Welcome to the Connected Spirit Podcast, a space where the mystical and the human experience merge, where we explore what it really means to walk a spirit-led path. I'm Courtney Dawson, an ethical medium and mentor, and for as long as I can remember, I have felt the presence of the spirit world. But my journey hasn't been simple. It's been one of self-discovery, healing from religious and emotional trauma, navigating fear, judgment, and the loneliness that comes with embracing something the world doesn't always understand. This podcast is here to take what was once considered woo and bring it into the real lived experience of being human. Because mediumship isn't just something we do, it's who we are. Here we dive into the conversations no one else is having, breaking down misconceptions, exploring the unseen, and normalizing the journey of deep connection. We'll talk about the beauty and the struggle of being a medium. We'll laugh, we'll reflect, we'll go deep. And most importantly, we'll remember who we are, why we're here, and how spirit moves through us all. So if you've ever felt something more, if you've ever questioned the unseen, or if you're simply ready to embrace the fullness of your spiritual path, you're in the right place. Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome back to the Connected Spirit Podcast. Today, we're going to talk about a conversation really needed. So I want to start off by asking you, have you ever been feeling good about where you are in your life, in your spiritual work? You're showing up in your spiritual practice, and then you see someone else who is thriving in the exact same way that you've been working towards. So maybe this looks like you have a spiritual healer who's a peer or colleague, and you see them getting opportunities that you're not, or you perceive that you're not, okay? And then you start questioning, why is he or she booking out their programs? So they've got classes, they're teaching, they're booked out. You see him or her on stage, they're doing a demonstration of mediumship. People are coming to see them, their tickets are sold out. Or maybe you see a fellow healer, light worker, they're getting invited on podcasts. Maybe they're getting invited to do collaborations with popular people within the spiritual space. And you're like, well, I see these people over here. I know them. They're getting recognized, they're seen, they're validated. And then you're like, now all of a sudden I feel invisible. And then in an instant, everything shifts. That calm confidence that you had, it's gone. That sense of trust in your path, it's totally shaken. You're questioning everything. You're like, what the hell is going on? And then that inner knowing that the spirit world, your spirit team and allies who've always had your back, you're like, what happened there? Did I make that all up? Did I miss something? Like, did I miss a memo? And then suddenly you're filled with all of this fear and doubt. And then come all the questions. You're like, what am I doing wrong? What is wrong with me? And then we go further. Maybe I'm just not meant for this. Maybe I should be further ahead in my abilities, in my journey now. And then here's where it gets even trickier. Not only do you feel comparison creeping in, you feel guilty for feeling it. Have you ever asked yourself or said to yourself, I should be more evolved, more developed than I am right now? I should trust my timing. I should be happy for him or her. And now, instead of actually processing what's coming up, you start shaming yourself for even feeling it. That is the trap. And today we're going to break free from it, because comparison is not proof that you're behind, honey. It's proof that spirit is actually calling you forward. This episode is totally different. It's not just about stop comparing yourself. It's about understanding what comparison is trying to teach you. It's about rewiring the way you experience it. Today, we're going deep into the hidden purpose of comparison, why it's actually a gift, not a curse, how to shift from jealousy to expansion without forcing yourself just to be happy for them, which is spiritual bypassing, by the way. And then the energetic practice that shifts you from stuck to aligned in real time, and a guided process to help you release comparison as you listen. If you've ever found yourself thinking, why him or her and not me? This episode's for you. So let's drop in. Here's a personal story that I want to share with you. I want to take you back to a time when comparison completely consumed me. I was in a season early on in my mediumship development. I was doing everything right by the mentors, by the spiritual community standards. I was sitting in circle. I was doing all the work. I was studying, read every book, took every online course, attended every workshop. Commitment was not an issue. Work ethic, never been a problem of mine. I was showing up. I was putting in the work. I wholeheartedly trust the spirit world. And then I saw this other medium, someone that I knew quite well, someone I started the journey with, who had been thriving in a way that I'd actually desired to, who I actually, or in a way rather, the spirit world had shown me where my path was going to take me. And I was like, but wait a minute, what? What's happening here? She's exactly where I thought I was called to be. And then it hit me so hard in the chest. I was like, well, why her and why not me? What am I missing? And then all these feelings of inadequacy came up. And then I thought, well, maybe spirit decided I wasn't meant for this. Maybe I'm meant for something else, not this. And then the shame came in. And I was like, well, I'm a spiritual person. I'm on the spiritualist path. Or spiritual path, part of me. And I was very active in the spiritualist church. And I was like, well, this is not the energy I should be in. I should be happy for her. I should, trust that divine timing. I should be above this. And then that's when I realized something. Comparison isn't about just feeling behind. It's about feeling unseen. Because what I really wanted was to feel like my time was coming too. And what I needed in that moment wasn't to be told, just trust spirit's timing, trust your soul contract, trust your divine agreement. I didn't need that. It was to be told, this is activating you because you're next. So let's take a look at the hidden purpose of comparison, because there's actually a spiritual and psychological expansion behind it. So let's slow this all down and look at what's actually happening when you, as a light worker, medium, intuitive healer, is experiencing this. So most people are going to think comparison means you're not spiritually evolved enough, you're not in alignment, you're doubting spirit's plan. Have you heard that? I have so much, but here's the truth. Comparison is an activation. It's actually your spirit team, your allies, your angels. They're saying, yo, hello, look, this is what's possible for you. This is for you too. Because if it wasn't meant for you in some way, you wouldn't feel triggered by it. And something that I heard from a coach, I don't know, maybe a year or two ago. And she said this and it resonated so deeply with me. Your desires are divine. I was like, full body chills, right? Like little angel bumps. I love it. And it's true. If you have a calling on your heart, whether that's to be a professional medium, healer, intuitive, maybe that's to be a mother, maybe that's to be a minister, maybe that's to be of service, maybe that's to get married, whatever that is. If that calling is deep on your heart, honey, it's because you're meant for it. Okay. And don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise. So let's look at how do we shift out of comparison and into expansion? And there's actually a really practical process behind it. So number one, I want you to slow down and name the feeling instead of spiraling into it. Okay, that's just going to bring up anxiety. We don't need that. So slow down and name the feeling, because most people feel comparison and immediately they want to run from it. It makes them panic. They feel uncomfortable. And honestly, most of us are never raised on how to cope with this and manage it. So if we don't like it, we go the other direction, right? So instead, I want you to name it and then say to yourself, I feel comparison right now and it's okay. It's here to teach me something. I forgive myself for that and I let that go with ease and grace. Because the moment that you allow it, it loses its power. When you allow things to happen, they don't have control over you anymore. Number two, bless what you want instead of resisting it. Because here's the truth. What you resist persists and what you bless expands. So the next time that you feel jealousy creeping in, instead of resisting it, I want you to celebrate it. And here's something that you can do. Use this affirmation. I want you to try it out. His or her success is proof of what's possible. If he or she can have it, so can I. Isn't that good? I love it. I'm going to say this again. His or her success is proof of what's possible. If he or she can have it, so can I. Isn't that awesome? And I'm going to take it a step further. You can even take that affirmation, write it in your phone, like the notes in your phone, screenshot it and put it as the background on your phone. So you have that constant reminder, especially if this is something that is a challenge for you. Number three, identify your expansion point, what spirit is actually showing you. So instead of spiraling into why not me and go into victimhood, which is a low vibration, which is not the place that your soul wants you to go to. I want you to shift to, what is this showing me? Get curious about it. Is it time for me to really step up boldly and audaciously? Is it time for me to stop playing small? Is it time for me to start speaking my truth? Is it time for me to stop diluting my power to make other people comfortable? Is it time to really step into the next level? Okay. And then here's what you do with that. Journal it or write it down and then look at it. What is comparison showing me about where I'm being called to step up? Is there healing? Is there trauma? Is there insecurities coming up? Is there limiting beliefs? And this is actually something that I do in a tapping program that I'm in. I'm in a membership. And so when we do these tapping exercises, We don't always realize in the moment what our subconscious is holding on to, and our subconscious is held within the body. This is why we always want to tune into our body, because when we do and we create the space for it, so much is revealed. There could be a feeling of not feeling safe because of X, Y, or Z. There could be a limiting belief that you didn't even consciously realize. Find out what that is. Okay. Now I want to lead you into a very, very beautiful, deeply embodied experience to help you shift that energy in real time. Okay. So if you're listening to this while you're driving, come back to this after. Okay. So what I want to do is invite you into a guided process right now. So if you're somewhere safe and not driving, just take a moment, feel the weight of your body, and feel the weight of your body on a chair or on the floor. Okay. Just do that right now. And then just gently close your eyes, allow your eyelids to float close, and then just take a nice, slow, long, deep breath in, let it all go, and just soften your focus and let these words land in your body. So let's take another slow, long, deep breath in. Hold it at the top for a moment. Now exhale slowly. Let your shoulders drop, let your jaw relax. Feel yourself settling into your body. Now, I want you to bring up a recent moment of comparison. Maybe it was when you saw someone announce a big opportunity. Maybe it was when you heard someone's success in a way you deeply desire. Maybe it was in a conversation where you felt unseen, you weren't heard, you weren't validated. Whatever it is, I want you to let that rise right now. Don't push it away. Just notice it. Become a witness for that. Good. Now, where do you feel it in your body? Is it in your chest? Maybe your stomach? Does it feel like tightness, a heaviness? Take a breath. And instead of trying to get rid of it, I want you to ask it something. Let it all go. What are you here to show me? Breathe. Breathe in. What am I being called into? Let it all go. What version of me is ready to step forward in big ways that I've never done before? Now listen, not with your mind, not with your ego, but with your soul. Let it speak to you. Maybe a word drops in, maybe a phrase, maybe a feeling washes over you, whatever it is, trust it. Now I want you to imagine this comparison, this energy. It's softening. It's softening. Imagining it, transmuting it into expansion, because that's what it's really here for. It's not here to hold you back. It's here to pull you forward. Breathe into that. Now I want you to take this even deeper. I want you to picture the highest version of you, the you who already has the opportunities, the clients, the success, the recognition, the confidence. See him or her standing in front of you. Look at him or her. How does she or him carry themselves? How does she or he walk into a room? How does she or he hold themselves? How do they hold their energy? What does she or he know that you don't fully believe yet? Now breathe into that. Now I want you to step into his or her energy. Literally, if you can, take a physical step forward. Step into him, step into her. This is actually you. Step into the you who no longer fears that he is behind or that she is behind. The you that knows that he or she is on his or her own divine timeline. Now, take one last deep breath in and exhale any remaining doubt. And let that just get released into the light of the divine, into the creator. It's time. You're next and you're ready. When you're ready, open your eyes. Just take a moment and feel what shifted. I want you to take this with you today. Every time comparison creeps in, every time that you feel like you're behind, every time you wonder, why him or her, not me? I want you to stop. I want you to breathe into it instead of running from it. And I want you to remember, comparison isn't a sign that you're behind. It's a sign you're being called forward. The fact that you even desire it means that it's meant for you in some way. What's meant for you will never pass you by, honey. I promise you that. Because this journey, it is yours. Your timing, it's divine, and your expansion, it's already unfolding. And the more that you trust that, the easier everything becomes. If this episode landed for you today, if something shifted in your body just now, I want to hear from you. You can send me a DM right now on my socials and tell me what's one thing comparison has been showing you about where you are and where you're meant to go next. Okay? Share this episode with a friend who needs this reminder today. Tag me when you listen so I can see what resonated for you, because the more we talk about this, the more we heal it together. Until next time, trust yourself, trust your timing, and trust spirit. The Connected Spirit isn't just a podcast, it's a remembering of who we are, a remembering of our connection to spirit, and a remembering that we are never walking this path alone. Mediumship isn't just about speaking with spirits. It's about deepening the connection to our own spirit, to one another, and to the energy that moves through everything. So as you leave this space, ask yourself, what part of this conversation stirred something within you? What connection is spirit inviting you to strengthen? If this episode spoke to you, please share it, leave a review, and connect with me on Instagram at Medium Courtney Dawson, or visit my website at mediumcourtneydawson.com. Your presence in this community matters, because connection isn't just about what we seek, it's what we are. Until next time, trust your spirit, trust the unseen world, and trust that you are always, always connected.